Well, a very good afternoon from a very sunny day here across central Scotland. Temperatures are rising up into the high teens across parts of the Highlands, but we're generally seeing some fabulous conditions, summer-like conditions actually across parts of the country. It's actually looking more like summer as opposed to feeling like it. Temperatures are pegged back slightly. We've got a cool northerly flow keeping those temperatures down. But over the next 24 to 40 hours, we're going to be seeing the more settled and warmer conditions build into the UK. Of course, going into that area of low pressure. The problem is, folks, that folks across the south of England, into Wales as well, is going to see yet another pulse of heavy rain. Sounds like a broken record, doesn't it? But we've got another pulse of heavy rain working its way into the southern half of the UK during the overnight tonight, and that will gradually work slowly northwards, but breaking up, weakening as it does so. Further north, we're going to be seeing clearer skies, lighter winds, and of course, you might have the odd touch of rural ground frost tonight. But it's going to be more of a similar type of pattern that we've seen of late, with more settled conditions across the north, more unsettled conditions further south, and over the course of tomorrow, we're going to be seeing that a repeat performance, so to speak. Let's have a quick look at the ECMWF, and you can see what I'm talking about. Here is the current setup for today, and you can see here the cooler air trying to work its way down through parts of Russia, Scandinavia as well, and you've got still residual warmth with high pressure remaining over the central and eastern parts of Europe. We've got very warm conditions down across parts of Greece into Turkey as well, and you notice here that an upper level low, folks, that was a very powerful area of low pressure over the past 24 hours, brought very torrential flooding rainfall, and as well as that some damaging wind gusts as well. We've seen, because of the warmth of this environment with that upper level system, we've seen very powerful thunderstorms develop. There's the area of low pressure that we've seen of late. It's still persistent over the eastern Atlantic, and that is continuing to bring unsettled weather anywhere really from the south of Ireland and down just south of England. We're seeing more settled conditions today thanks to high pressure, that warmth feeding in off the low countries. But unfortunately, over the course of tonight, we're going to be seeing yet more very heavy rain, which could become thundery as it works its way north during the evening time and overnight tonight. That low pressure system is starting to join up with another area of low pressure. Note the high further north, and what we're going to be seeing is, but with this setup with low pressure to the south, high pressure up over the North Atlantic, that's very indicative of a negative North Atlantic oscillation. Let's see what takes place with this trough. Notice the colder air starting to show its hand. It's going to be chilly from central and northern parts of Norway and Sweden into Finland as well. And let's have a quick look and see what's going to take place here. Now, as a quick reminder of the UK, we're going to be seeing that rain over the course of tonight. That's going to work its way north. Temperatures tomorrow could easily top over Scotland, where it's going to remain sunniest, around 19, perhaps even 20 Celsius across particularly the central and western central belt. Up into the northwest Highlands as well, we could be seeing an odd 21 show up, so we could be seeing 70 Fahrenheit tomorrow across parts of Scotland. Now, the big deal is that we're going to be starting to see this trough dig southwards over the course of the upcoming days. Now, this is for Friday, and you notice that here what's taking place. Let's skip back actually to Thursday and see what's taking place. There's the bubble of high pressure, like I said to you, so that's going to produce very pleasant conditions across Scotland and the north of England. It's going to be cloudier down across the south, and basically from the Midlands down towards the south as well. And although it's going to still feel quite mild, it's not going to be just quite as warm as it will be over Scotland, parts of Northern Ireland as well, where we're going to be seeing the sunshine, and of course stronger heights in the upper levels supports warmer surface temperatures. But you can see here what's going to take place here. You've got the advance of that trough, but it's going to be the warmth that spreads basically between this high over the North Atlantic and the high over Europe. That warmth is going to spread across the northern half of the UK, allowing those temperatures to push 70 Fahrenheit across parts of the central belt. But Thursday and the Friday, you notice what's taking place here. You've got that trough starting to work its way south. As well as that, folks, we've got colder air feeding down on that northerly flow. That's very chilly late season air, that's for sure. Also notice how this upper low is starting to shrink. It's starting to decay. By Saturday, what's taking place, gone is that upper level low. Notice that here. As that trough works its way south, this of course Saturday the 5th, the colder air is feeding down through northern and central parts of the UK. So it's going to be quite a shock to the system. 19, even 20 Celsius across parts of Scotland tomorrow. We could be talking about a struggle to 8 or 9 Celsius by Saturday. That's the kind of thing we're talking about here. By Saturday and into Sunday, you notice the trough really establishing itself over the UK and Ireland. The heights are still strong over the far eastern part of Europe, but they're not just as strong as they have been, so the temperatures are going to be a lot more moderately warm as opposed to exceptionally warm. Notice as well the lower heights in reaction to that advancing trough over the western part of the continent. It's going to be, again, a more amplified pattern, allowing cold air south, warmer north. By Monday the 7th, you can see the trough remaining over the UK. It's going to keep us unsettled. It's going to keep us cool. The warmth remains over eastern parts of Europe. But let's skip through next week and just see what's taking place here. I don't see much in the way of change overall. It's very much a stuck pattern. The western trough, the eastern ridge. It's a very similar story. Now, what I was alluding to in Facebook was the potential here for a change. Now, if you want to go down this road of perhaps looking at March, seeing that persistency in the high pressure, and as well as that the persistency in the low pressure further east, then we're seeing a complete flip, a complete opposite during the month of April. It's been very wet, the persistency in that stubborn mean trough over the western UK. Now, could we be looking at perhaps, say, a 30 to 40 day ridge trough cycle? If that was to be the case, folks, it wouldn't surprise me if we reached the midpoint of May and we could start to see a change in this persistent pattern, this long-lived cycle of the ridge in March, the trough in April. Could we be seeing that flip? Perhaps, the 10th or the 15th of May onwards. Now, if you notice here, Friday the 11th of May, what's taking place here is you've got the ridge still over the east. You've still got the trough over Scandinavia, or should I say the western part of Scandinavia. But notice what's taking place here over northwest Africa. Very hot weather, 100-degree heat is going to spread from Algeria and Morocco north over the Gibraltar Strait and into southern and central Spain. We could be talking about 90 to 100-degree heat across parts of Spain. Now, this is, like I say, next week by Friday the 11th of May. Friday the 11th and the Saturday the 12th, the ridge is building northwards over southwestern Europe and towards the UK. Could this be an indicator of a sign of things to come? That is the big question. May, as far as I'm concerned, the jury's still out. Anything could happen in May, given what we've seen. But certainly what I would suggest is it's worth paying attention to the latter part of this run. Let's see if the European holds on to this idea of having literally a heat wave, a very hot spell of weather, pushing from the northwest of Africa up through Iberia, into France, and perhaps even the UK. And like I said, this is by next weekend. So not the upcoming weekend, next weekend. Let's keep checking back and see what takes place. Hope you have a great day, folks. Bye-bye.